Welcome to Math with Kids. In this video, we will explore multiplying fractions. Here, we had 1/3 of 6. It is a part of 6. Let's draw 6 apples to represent the whole number. We divide the apples into 3 equal groups and then take one group. This group contains 2 apples. We can also do it with a long bar. Draw a long bar to represent the number 6. Then, divide the bar into 3 equal sections and take one section. This section also represents 2. This is how we find a part of a whole number. But can we also find a part of a fraction in a similar way? Yes, we can. Here is half of a half apple, and that gives us 1/4. We can also express this using an equation. Half of a half equals 1/4. The result is even smaller because it represents a part of a part. Let's look at another example. 1/3 of 1/2. Again, this is a part of a part. We'll use a half circle to represent 1/2. Now we want to find 1/3 of this half. We divide this half into 3 equal parts. And we take one part. The one part is 1/6. The answer is 1/6. Let's look at one more example. 1/3 of 2/3. This time, we'll use a square unit to represent the whole number 1. Now we want to find 1/3 of this purple area. To do that, we divide the purple area 2/3 into 3 equal parts and take one part. So we divide it into 3 parts. And select just one part. These selected green parts are our final result. But how do we know the value of the green parts? The square as a whole one is divided into 9 equal pieces. Each piece is 1/9, so the 2 blue pieces represent 2/9. The answer is 2/9. 2/9. Easy, right? But drawing a model every time isn't practical. Is there a rule we can follow efficiently? Yes, we have. Now, let's move on to the most challenging part, exploring the rule for multiplying fractions. Listen carefully. Let's use 2/3 times 2/5 as an example. We start with a square unit. Its area is 1, with length 1 and breadth 1. Let's draw an area to represent 2/3 times 2/5. First, we find 2/5 along the length. We divide the length into 5 equal parts and take 2 parts. Next, we find 2/3 along the breadth. We divide the breadth into 3 equal parts and take 2 parts. Now we have a blue area. This area represents 2/3 times 2/5. There are 2 times 2 blocks in the blue area. But we still don't know the exact value of one block. Let's look back and check. The whole square unit is divided into 3 times 5 blocks. So, one block is 1/3 times 5. So, what is the value of green parts? We have 2 times 2 blocks, and each block is 1/3 times 5. So we can write it as 2 times 2, and then times 1/3 times 5. We can rewrite this as numerator 2 times 2, denominator 3 times 5. Do you discover something? Yes. Multiply the bottom numbers together and multiply the top numbers together. Finally, we've got the rule. Let's high five. Let's use this rule to practice. Here's an example. 2/3 times 2/5. Draw the middle line, multiply the denominators. 3 times 5, 5. Multiply the numerators, 2 times 2. So the answer is 4/15. Let's try another one. 2/3 times 3/7. Multiply the denominators. 3 times 7. Multiply the numerators, 2 times 3. So the result is 6/21. it can be simplified to 6/21 2/7. We can also solve this using a simpler method. Thanks for watching. In our next lesson, I'll look at word problems of multiplying fractions.